Hello, fellow wannabe showrunners, and welcome to a special wannabe showrunners, the show where we show you how much we want to be showrunners. I'm Scott LaFlesh, and I'm here with Ty Skinner.
How's it going, Scott?
Not bad, not bad. As I said, of course, it's a special one.
A very special episode.
Are you feeling special today?
I'm always special, but today extra special.
Yeah. So here we are. We're gonna really do something different than what everybody else is doing. We're gonna do what we normally do, though.
Exactly.
Which is write a script. I think this, like, we were talking about, like, what we're gonna do is really the big thing. And if you follow us on Mondays, you might know that we've been, like, kind of doing this type of thing where we're trying to test out what script is gonna be our new Chalcos for this season. And we were kind of talking about doing that, like just continuing that on from here. But I think that's the wrong way of going about this.
Okay.
I think everybody else is like pretty much doing a novel from start to finish.
Right.
And like the rules are supposed to be you can take some like notes that you have from before, but really it's supposed to be all done in that month.
Right.
I think that's what we do.
Okay. Something fresh.
Something fresh.
That's exciting.
And I was kind of thinking of something downstairs as like a direction to go.
Okay.
But now I kind of forgot what it was.
So you were thinking about it downstairs. I'll set the scene. You're making coffees.
Yes.
Keurig's a whizzin'.
Keurig is a whizzin'.
And Scott's thinking, what if we started on...
Well, no. Okay, so really what I was thinking was... It started off with... I've recently just kind of quit a job that I really, really, really like. And that's kind of where my head was of somebody losing a job that they really, really, really like. But then I was like, oh no, that's kind of a common...
yeah, that's just jumping off point for a
Yeah. That's kind of...
Because it's a drastic change.
Yeah.
Which is
But
often... yeah.
It's also the really, really like part.
Mm-hmm.
But... Yeah, I don't know. I'm really... I don't know where to begin on this. So maybe we could just kind of throw some pitch ideas out there. But I do think we should be doing something conception to completion for this month. If we're going to do this special thing.
Okay.
Do we want it to be... Here's the first question for this series. Do we want this to be high production, or do we want it to be low production?
It's got to be low production. We just finished Chalcos. This should be something that we, not necessarily we could make, but like we could get made.
Okay, so let's kind of look at some low production shows that we have in our minds, and like see what they have in common. I feel like most of them are gonna have in common is that they're usually comedies.
Definitely usually comedies. I also think that if we set our sights on a 22-minute script, it's going to be easier to write over the course of November.
Yeah, I know, but it's not right. Like, yeah, anybody can write a script in a month. That's not a challenge.
No.
But coming up with a whole concept and all that is more of a challenge.
I was saying it as a plus, so like let's go for a 22-minute. Let's do it.
Oh yeah, but like. The one that comes to my mind for a good low-budget TV show is Trailer Park Boys.
That's what I would think, too. I also think Reservation Dogs is similar boat.
And that one fits in the 30-minute mark.
Yeah, I guess. But yeah, Trailer Park Boys is a great example. I even think, like... I don't think stuff like The Office could have cost much. Right? It's just like a...
Okay. So what's something that the world needs right now?
Love. Sweet love. It's the only thing that there's just too little of. So, Presumably, okay, so like Squid Game came out of nowhere
Yes.
and went big. Netflix did it because it's like local, right? Maybe that's also part of something we should be thinking about. Maybe if we took our like a local story, something with specificity, and then also
Okay, we've been talking about this is kind of like a past idea type thing, but we've been talking about doing something on like
Oh yeah,
cryptozoologists and like all the different like crypto animals or whatever they're called.
cryptids.
Cryptids, yeah, that's it. All the different cryptids that are in like in Canada, but specifically there's one that's about like an hour, or not, like about a 40-minute drive or 35-minute drive north of here. So,
Right.
and that's what Mussy.
Mussy, yeah. Mussy of I don't know, but anyways, yeah, from Cobden, which is like a Loch Ness monster type of dinosaur type of thing. Though I think it has an extra eye. I think it has 3 eyes.
Okay.
But the thing there is like
Because that can be done in low production value.
that could definitely be
Actually, it works better at low production value.
agreed. It's a little like Wellington. That Wellington Supernatural show.
Yeah.
Right? Like, but it's not, like, if you make it local enough, they're not cops, I don't think. I think you could build it out. It's more of a comedy Supernatural. Like Supernatural, like the Dean and whatever, the Winchester brothers. Sam and Dean. I watched a couple of them as well.
This would only be a gag that would work for so long.
What?
Just a TV show that's about a Bigfoot family. But that's a gag that's more of a SNL sketch type gag of how they like have to keep like hiding from people and showing up blurry on photos.
Oh, I do like the blurry on photos thing, but it's not that different from that Geico caveman show that was out a while ago.
And but that's the thing is it wouldn't work like you have. That's just a small little premise that works better as like a little sight gag.
As part of this, probably, right? Like, what if one of their coworkers is Bigfoot? Or like he's the American agent. But no, I don't think. Is this a big conspiracy thing? Maybe that's what makes it different from all those other ones. Maybe they're on the inside. Maybe this is like Cabin in the Woods, but from a low level, like the guys who have to go out and get, like, you know what I mean, like the low.
These are the people.
They're not necessarily capturing them, but like it's like that kind of government type of agency, and these are like hapless.
Okay, what if we go back? What if we make it a mystery?
Okay.
Like a mystery comedy type thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit!
Oh my goodness!
And the set's coming down.
How mysterious! Ooh.
Oh shit!
I would move to help him. If you're a longtime viewer, you know I have a broken leg. I'm immobile. Can't do anything right now. That's why we're doing one of these every day till the end of November. Why not? I'm here. I don't leave this spot. I just close here like this.
Okay. Yeah. What if it is like a comedy mystery type thing?
Okay.
We just set in that mysterious vibe, and it is like it's a small town that has has their own cryptid, and it is like the town itself. Like the hierarchies in the town are the ones that are actually the cryptid themselves, but we know this.
So they're like, it's like lizard people or something.
Yeah, like yeah. Okay, let's pretend it's like a Bigfoot. Like we're just because Bigfoot's the easiest one everybody knows.
Right.
Let's pretend it's a Bigfoot.
Okay.
So, the mayor of that town, like, is in control of has the suit or something gives that power to somebody, but it's in the know, it's a conspiracy on that level. It's a local conspiracy type thing, but most people in the town don't know this, but they're doing this to help boost tourism.
Right.
The thing is that an actual cryptid shows up.
Oh, okay.
And now it's like a Boy Who Cried Wolf type situation on that.
Okay.
And we can have weird, and they can't tell, that's the thing, is it's they don't know, the mayor's trying to keep it a secret but knows that there's something up because they know what they've done and what they haven't.
Yeah.
But they don't
it's
want
like it's like if in The Village, this would have been a better movie, there also had been a beast. Right,
yeah.
Okay. There's no season 2 of that though, is there? Not that there has to be. Or it could be an anthology, but
yeah, it could. I like anthologies, but I don't know. We could definitely find room to open up for a season 2.
okay.
I'm always I didn't think there would be a place for season 2 in Squid Game, but then when you really think about it, boom, there's room. There is always room for somewhere.
Yeah.
Same thing. The one that really was the most surprising of all of them for is there anywhere else for them to go was Good Place.
Russian Doll, but let's see what happens when
Russian Doll hasn't,
that
season
comes
2
out.
hasn't come out yet though.
Yeah.
But that one I know is pretty difficult.
Yeah. So.
So
Okay.
what do you think of that one? I don't know. We could just keep pitching out ideas.
Yeah. I like it as
It doesn't have. It could be.
a framework.
It can be the story, the C story inside the universe.
Yeah.
But I think going with I know we do small town stories a bunch, but that's not a bad thing.
I was the one who excuse me.
I know.
I was the one who said we should have a specificity. That's where we're living. That's what we're knowing. We just came back from a vacation to a different, from the East Coast, where it was that same kind of vibe. That is what we should be doing. That's what, CBC just put out their new Still Living, and the Beaverton really was just what everyone needs, a new show set in Toronto, right? If we're gonna, it should be from our point of view. Should be that kind of thing. So I think a small town works. I don't know, I like the...
Okay.
What if... No! Okay, what if this is it, though? What if they're renting Mussy? What if the thing is this whatever conspiracy it is, the Cabin in the Woods type of conspiracy, you can have a 99-year lease on the Loch Ness Monster, but... And it's a thing of, zoos. It's, visiting zoos and stuff. Is that something? Because then that's still that same conspiracy. Too complicated. Too complicated.
No. What if we play a corporate game they want?
Mm-hmm.
And that's where we find out that at the end of season 1, it this new cryptid that was coming in was actually a new competition that was trying to push out Mussy and make money for themselves with their cryptid.
That makes sense. Now,
And
I gotta say, though...
It's a corporate cryptid instead.
This is
and
the...
I like the idea of them it could be real. We could have the cryptids actually being real. I like this. I like the idea of going Cabin in the Woodsy with it as well, where it's all... Because then the second season you can open up to a whole network. It's no longer just local. If you... the second season you can go a little bit more production value.
Yeah.
And like if you're getting a second season on this, should be able to have production value to bump up to a more corporate level.
But here's my one thing I think of
And you're
of
seeing
that
cities.
of like this
cryptids.
idea of I do think it still has to be more than Mussy. I think this kind of show should be a Monster of the Week type of show. I think that the basing it all around the one town and the Mussy is the problem that I have with it. I think. Like, I know there are some shows that really build up from like werewolves or whatever, but like.
But. Yeah, no, you're right there.
To me, that's the thing. There's enough in driving distance. If we filmed the pilot in Copton, if we had to film it ourselves, we could film the pilot in Copton and use that as proof of concept. There's enough in Eastern Ontario that we could film in 5 locations. Crave could fund it. You know what I mean? Anyone could film it. It's filming in 5.
But this is a different show.
What?
This ends up being a different show. This ends up being a Monster of the Week show, and I'm not sure if that was the way to go for this.
I thought that is what I had, but yeah.
I don't think a Monster of the Week is the way to go for this show.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like if you're going to do a cryptid show, you got to have a
More cryptids.
Yeah. And it's an easy sell.
Okay, what if that's it? Is at the end of episode 1, we're fine. Like, that's when we hit, and it's like at the end of episode 2. The end of episode 1 is where you end up with. We find out that there's a new cryptid.
Okay.
End of episode 2 is where we find out that it's a corporation that's running this.
Yeah.
And then episode 3, we get a little bit of a view of, and that's how we can kind of see the multiple cryptids.
Yeah, it's coming.
Like, because we can see their supply chain of cryptids. That's how I see, like, a big, like, factory, like, warehouse type thing where the cryptids are all in, like in cages, and they're being, like, shipped around to different towns and all that type of stuff. It's a supply network of cryptids.
Mm-hmm. This is the corporation has that.
Yeah.
Okay. It's expensive, right? Instead of like, oh, you just get a glimpse of something through the woods and it's like movement and you're not sure what it is. I do like the idea. Here's just a stupid idea that came in my head, okay?
But is it that expensive?
It's expensive, Scott. That's a full CGI. That's not being done.
Yeah, CGI is easier to do than if the whole, like, because you only have to show that one scene.
Yeah.
And that's it. It's not like the whole episode is all these
No.
different cryptids. It's just that one scene of a factory, like, of a warehouse with all the cryptids. It could be a very easy scene to, like, that's pretty much animated.
Yeah. It would have to be animated, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely would be. But that's what I mean. It's pretty much animated, so wouldn't be as expensive as you think.
Maybe not. To me,
It's cheaper
though,
than making actual sets.
yeah.
It's when you start putting humans in that, like, humans having a dialogue and all that in that scene, that's where that gets expensive. But just to shoot a scene like that is just like a video game cutscene.
Yeah, those are, I think, expensive.
Not really. Like, they're expensive, but, like, we're talking, like, maybe that scene would run you, like maybe $5,000.
Yeah, maybe.
And that'd be your biggest budget scene.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like it's that expensive.
And it would look really terrible.
No, because it would be like 5 seconds. We're talking like that's the thing. You're not. It's just to show that that's what's going on. What's going on?
Right. Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not. I would be good to have. It would be.
Well,
good
why
to
are
have
we
a
running it that low of budget anyways?
Oh, I thought that's what we were doing.
Like, CBC would still do that. That's still in CBC's budget of capability. I feel like that's how we have to look at that.
Yeah.
CBC would be able to do that.
Yeah. I don't know. Have you seen something like that in a show that was like CBC would do? Or it's like a fully CGI animated scene? I guess the closest thing might be Trickster?
Hmm.
I do like the idea of a corporate. If they're going to do fake corporate cryptids.
Okay, well, maybe we don't have to show the warehouse.
Yeah.
We could just show, like, photos of these, like, on a desk type thing, or on, like, it could be, like...
Yeah. Now we're talking.
Like, that's the thing, is it... Oh. No, that's it. Is they're doing this to muscle the town into using their cryptids. Because, like, they go around to small towns. Their whole entire thing is going around to small towns and running their cryptid game.
Right. Yeah, it's like an allegory for the media, kind of. Of like, oh, we're going to buy out your small town radio station, and we're just going to broadcast our radio station.
Yeah.
Yeah. And tourism, and it all kind of gets flattened.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not our world, though, because cryptids are way bigger in this world. Or no? Because not many towns have cryptids in this world.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah?
A lot of towns have cryptids. Or, like, legendary beast, or, like, it's surprising how many have them.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Like, it's pretty surprising. Because it doesn't have to be, it could be legendary beast or something like that as well. It could just be...
Yeah. But we're staying in that one town? We're not jumping around, right? We're staying in the one town with the one mayor and the people. We're seeing different cryptids that the town is... that the corporation is bringing in.
Do we want to tell this from the small town perspective, or do we want to tell this from the corporation perspective? Because then it can be really Monster of the Week.
Because then why? Because they're going to a different town every week to try
Yeah.
and muscle out their person. Okay, we could do that. And they're always failing? I feel like it's funnier if we have two people who are constantly failing. We give them like a comic cryptid that they're trying to sell. And everyone's like, Or is this a comedy still?
It should be a comedy still.
I think so.
I like the idea of them failing, though. Like, I like the idea of it...
Them just being bad salespeople.
What if the... No. I'm thinking, what if they're like... Nah, no. I think it's a better idea of the corporation, but I think it's better to tell from the town's perspective.
Okay.
Because it's just hard to get the people on your side as the corporation's perspective.
What if it's cryptid unionizer?
I was thinking that. I had that like originally as like he's just going around trying to like unionize, like rally up the actual cryptids themselves.
That means A, it's easier to find them than I really thought it would be. But
Not if you're a unionizer. Like, not if this is what you're good at.
Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't have to He doesn't have to. He's not unionizing the cryptids. What if that's it? He's not unionizing the cryptids. He's unionizing the like merchandise, like the souvenirs type thing, like the people who are like making money off of these cryptids. What if it's like steamroll so that like it like he's essentially buying like I'll get you more tourism to come to the, and I'll give you more publicity, give your cryptid more publicity, but I get a share of.
But what if it's like, I keep coming back to, what if it was a conspiracy? Like, what if it was not a corporation or whatever, and then it's the cryptid keepers? You know what I mean? Like, what if they're like people in dark robes and acolytes and whatever, and he's like unionizing them, and he's like, oh yeah, he's like, do you want to see how I taught him a trick or what? Like, maybe not though. I think the more mysterious funny we can make it, the funnier it is. I think the corporation is not the right thing.
No,
it's like the cult or the.
It's the It would be the politicians.
Yeah, but you know what I mean.
Like these small town politician type things who are kind of like the elders, the town elders.
But they're acolytes that he's unionizing. If we wanted to do it that way.
I don't want to do it that way though.
Okay.
We are borderlining too much on village though.
It's true.
Okay, Okay, who would be somebody who would be going to go see... Let's get rid of podcasters, because we don't want to have podcasters again. A director?
Okay. Finish your sentence.
Who would be going looking for cryptids?
Okay, yeah. A documentarian.
Documentarian.
It's like Blair Witch. The game wardens.
Ooh. What if that's it? What if it's like Reno 9/11 type show, but done for parks and wildlife?
Yeah.
Like,
and there is cryptids.
Rangers.
Or we drop the cryptids as the main thing.
No, we have cryptids. Like, cryptids are kind of like the story type thing. Like, one of the Rangers believes in it, one of them doesn't, one of them, and like, we have a big mystery type thing that ends up showing that it was the town. Like, we can start the whole entire season off with the town, like that, the Rangers discovering that the town's been putting on these things, but nothing's illegal about that because, like, it was to get tourism, and it is the town that's doing it themselves, like...
Oh, yeah. What if it's Friends of the Trail? And then they're not, like, employees. You're not, like, saying it's Parks Canada. But you know when you go walk through, it's like, oh, sponsored by the Friends of the Trail? That's a good name of the... Because it sounds kind of dweeby, right? You have a bunch... Then it's volunteers, too, so they're more inept. Not just... Volunteers are the heart of the country, don't get me wrong. I volunteered many times, sorry, but... I just look at that as a name. And then it's like, oh, don't drive your ATV at this time. And also, oh, cryptids. And also the fake cryptid. And also, like, littering. And it's, you know? And there's dogs off a leash. And it's like, who gave you this authority? So I'm a friend of the trail.
Okay. Let's run through some scenarios. Some more scenarios of this.
Okay.
Not totally convinced, but I feel like we're in an area where we can work things through.
Okay. So, there is a cryptid spotting. Members.
Okay. I'm kind of seeing this as like Super Troopers.
Mm-hmm. Or Reno 911.
Yeah.
It's still the same thing. It's your exact idea.
Yeah.
It's just degrade them from park wardens. Because it's just funnier, and you see those signs everywhere.
I don't see how it's funnier though.
What?
I just don't like. What do they do when they see us cryptid? They're just gonna call the Rangers.
Okay. I'm thinking of our trail that goes through town,
Yes.
the Algonquin Trail. Do you know the Rangers number?
No, but I feel like the Friends of the Trail would.
I don't think there's even like Rangers assigned to that. It's
Or
not a
you
national
call
park.
You call the cops.
Yeah, I guess you call the cops.
That's the thing, is I feel like there's...
Okay, but one of them is Oscar from Parks and Rec, and he's a retired cop. And you have one that's like, it's more like community. You see what I'm saying? Like, you build your group more of, this is more like community in that you can build your group of a bunch of people who have nothing better to do. It's my only difference. It could still be Rangers, but like, yeah. You can open with the Algonquin Trail is however many kilometers. It runs from this point to this point, when connecting 3 towns. A lot happens along that trail. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's instead of like a park is a.
No, I'm seeing the point that you're making.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to find my problem that I'm having right now is I'm trying to find a reason, like any type of way that can give them some level of like authority or of that type of thing. And like, yeah, I like the idea of one of them being like you have like a Karen, you have an ex-cop.
You have like a hippie who really loves the nature of it.
Yeah.
You probably have like
A convict, or not a convict, but like somebody who is having to do like just community service time.
yeah, and also like a kid probably for the same reason, like a volunteer services kid, and probably like a keener, like someone who's like probably someone who wants to run for municipal office. But the town's always had the same mayor, and like it's part of the thing of like
Okay. I can get behind that. An axe cop.
Someone who a condition of his plea bargain, a kid they're trying to get their volunteer hours, the environmentalist, and one more we said, right? What was the other one? Oh.
Mayor.
Not the mayor. Someone who's challenging the mayor. Like someone who like is trying to buff up their resume for when the municipal. What is it set in Cobden or somewhere fictional?
Somewhere fictional.
Okay. But along this trail. Or is it another trail? Like it's just a fake trail too. I think why not? We're probably gonna film it along that trail.
I kind of like. Ideally, I liked the trail that, like the track.
It's actually now called, as much as I hate to say,
the trail.
The Trailway T' Railway. Is what it's officially, and that is a provincial park. That just specifically, so that could be park rangers because that's been made a provincial park. Be a good setting too.
That's kind of because it can go like it like there's a lot of mountainy hills and cliffs and all that it's cutting through. There's a lot of like places where like ATVs take it. Then there's like pass off of it that you can walk and all that. There's just a lot of that type of stuff that I see. Like that could be it. Is that the track itself? And it doesn't have to be Newfoundland, but why not? Especially if it's a national park.
No, provincial park.
A provincial park, but still, especially if it's like a. But that could be like kind of the thing, because it goes through Terra Nova, does it? Or like it goes through.
I don't know if it goes. I don't think it goes through Terra Nova.
That would have been awesome if it went through Terra Nova, because then you can talk about all the different jurisdictions that it crosses. But that's the thing, is this trail could cross a provincial, like could be a provincial park, it could cross through a national park, and could cross through.
Newfoundland Trailway.
But do you see the point I'm making?
Oh yeah.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't look like it. Let me see.
But it just disappears.
I know. But it's where's the... This is... Okay, so... We're just gonna look. Should be the only train track. I would say no, because it goes all the way up to Bona Vista. The whole point. It goes from here and then comes all the way up here and goes that way.
Yeah, it seems strange
So
that they would
go this way.
Run the train through the national park. Okay, so we're saying it's park rangers.
No, I like the Friends of the Trail.
Okay, but it's set there.
Like that, I like. Okay, so the way I'm kind of seeing it is that's like, it's people who are like, who made this trail off of a provincial, like, or who maintain the trail off of the provincial park. It's all volunteers, but that's exactly it. Is it's off of the provincial park, so the rangers won't deal with any of their, like, it's not provincial, like it's not park,
and it's just out of one community that's on it, a fictional community, right? Like Pigeon Inlet.
Yeah,
which is a fictional Newfoundland community. Yeah, so it's just a town. Okay, I like this.
Puffin Bay.
Okay. Puffin Inlet, maybe. Just because it's a bit, but it is like a little in joke to. Anyways. Yeah, we could do something like that. And then these probably wouldn't be the same characters. Maybe not.
Well, who do you want to get rid of?
None of them really. I guess the hippie would be the farthest one, but we could.
The hippie does it because the hippie's been like the hippie had been growing like pre-legalization and all that. The hippie had been growing weed in the park on the trail.
Oh yeah,
that's the like the hippie did it so that they could find a clearing to grow weed.
Okay.
They all have a reason of why they're doing it.
So it's not an environmentalist. It is, but like. Okay. I'm liking this.
Okay. So then... what would our first episode... I think the cryptid is the first episode.
Mm-hmm. I'm looking up Newfoundland cryptids. There's Cressy, which is there's a lot of E's. Oh, what's the Newfoundland blob? Which was a part of a sperm whale's corpse, but looked like a lobster. Ooh, here's one probably. Nope. Nope. Gosh damn it.
What if that's it, though?
What?
What if we come up with our own cryptid, and it is, like, the Newfoundland dog done like Cujo type thing?
Okay.
Is the town's...
No, you can't do it.
No?
You can't make a Newfoundland dog look mean. It's like the opposite.
No, it's not, but, like...
What?
You can make a Newfoundland dog look mean. But, what if that's it? It's like the town's protector. Is the legend.
I like that.
It's like, it is a mean... It's a mean dog to like harmful people, like, yeah.
Yeah.
To bad guys.
Okay.
Yeah, that I like that. That it's like kind of like a spirit animal that protects the town.
But it's faked. And it's just a Newfoundland dog, really, right? We haven't...
It's not, like, that's the thing. We don't say that, it's not, it turns out that it was just a Newfoundland dog at the end.
Okay.
It turns out it was just a Newfoundland dog that they used to do all this. It could be the joke. No? Just a growler.
What if it's like a blue moose?
Okay. Okay.
And it's just a thing where... No.
What would bring tourism? What's a legendary type of monster that would bring tourism? Wasn't there a dinosaur that was discovered in Newfoundland?
Maybe.
Like, wasn't that what in Conception Bay?
Oh, but like a lot of like prehistoric, but not dinosaurs, but... I think they got some of the old... They got like a trilobite bed near where we at. We're actually, when we went to Calagurus, right near there, there's a trilobite bed.
Oh, cool.
But maybe that is a thing, though. I think you're onto something here.
What if a town fakes... What if the town fakes something?
Right. I'm on that.
Like a...
And that's why they kind of have like a adversarial relationship with the people there, because they're trying to figure it out, but they're like, leave well enough alone.
Is it something that went wrong?
What do you mean?
Like somebody gets hurt?
I don't think so. I think it's what you said. It's a tourism thing that...
You know, but that's what I mean. Do we want to have something backfire on them in the episode? And that's how it gets exposed. Or Do we want to not have it exposed?
I don't think that. I think that our people figure it out.
Expose it?
I think
Okay.
our people figure it out, but then choose not to expose it. Is my question. And it's like a. It's a glow in the dark lobster, maybe. There's a lot of weird lobsters that get a lot of worldwide attention in Newfoundland. It's an RGB lobster.
I like that glow in the dark lobster. And it's just they spray paint a lobster
Yeah.
with glow in the dark ink.
It's just like they just broke a bunch of glow sticks over it.
It is like glow in the dark spray paint.
Yeah, I know, but that's
Too simple.
no, like it's not simple enough of just breaking open a bunch of glow sticks and pouring the shit on it. I just think it's a funnier gag.
Okay.
Do you like this?
I do, but I feel like it's now the kids in the town that are doing it. But I don't feel like it's not like. No, not a glow in the dark one. I don't like the glow in the dark. It's too easy to see.
Right.
It's got to be a blur.
Right.
What if that's what it's called?
The blur.
The blur.
Okay.
And we like start the episode off with like a town meeting about it, and people can, or no, we start the episode off with one of the friends of the trail seeing it,
Right.
and
Definitely.
and then it's the meeting, and then like it's a town meeting about it.
Right.
What if it's the person who wants to run for municipal office? See,
Okay. Okay.
No, I feel like he has to freak out when he sees like a dead cat or something like that. Like he chases after the blur. He goes to run after the blur, and the blur runs away, and then there's like a dead cat. But he swears that it's not a human that the blur was.
Right.
There was no way it could have been a human.
This is what I want to keep on updating our. If we're gonna set it in Newfoundland, I want our references to be more, especially at the beginning. I don't think obviously there's cats in Newfoundland.
I think it's like a
but I
moose.
think it's like a.
I think it'd be a mutilated moose.
Okay.
It has to be something that's massive.
Oh, okay.
Because then it's like, what did this?
Right. Discover a mutilated moose. Mayor is especially and warns everyone keep this quiet, not leak into the media. That's the thing. This is a scheme to because he's like, oh, definitely don't keep this quiet. Don't let it get out. Don't put this on TikTok. But he's trying to get that. And then, like, secretly he's like, ooh, do you think Jimmy Kimmel's gonna like this? Like, he has a big rivalry with Dildo. You know what I mean? Like, especially, it's like, for him, it's all about Jimmy Kimmel specifically. Is that good?
I like it. It wouldn't be Jimmy Kimmel, but it would be...
Yeah, because of Jimmy Kimmel, because of...
I know, but you couldn't really call it unless you get the permissions.
I guess. I feel like there's a Diddy Door. There could be a Kimmel. I feel like you could do that for seasons and just let's see if Kimmel wants to come or not. Like, he's a public figure. You know? Like, if he doesn't come, it's just as funny in a way.
Yep. No, that's right. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it a lot.
Okay. Now, how do they discover it? What's going to happen? And what is this? Is this mutilating moose?
It has to be It has to have been a shark bite on it.
Okay.
Because it's like moose jaws. I'm just like, if it's something like that, it's like, what the hell is it that was on the land?
Right.
That has the mouth of it, like the bites of a shark or something like that. Like, you know what I mean? Right. It just puts more mystery onto it.
Okay. And the mayor is like a hunter. He just has those.
He like, in his, like,
yeah, we don't like frame in on it, but he has shark teeth like up amongst all his trophies.
Exactly.
Yeah. This is not a coastal town, is it? I don't think. I think it should be more inland of.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't think fishermen are like the big thing there. Yeah. What's the... Yeah. Okay. Pretty soon, the blur of Puffin Inlet is over the evening news hour. And trending on Reddit. Amateur Reddit detectives are comparing theories that is overrun with inconsiderate counties. And that makes the retired cop very happy. He knows that the blur is that good? Well, that's what it would be, I think, in an old sitcom.
I don't know. We'll think more about it.
Yeah, we're coming to the end of the episode.
Yeah, what do you think about this?
I think it has promise. If I'm being honest, and this is going to sound terrible as a Newfoundlander, I feel like I'm worried about my legitimacy to write it. I feel like I can't write in that voice.
You have to be Newfoundland.
I know, but I feel like it's hard to write in that voice, and it's something you want to get right. But I think it does have a lot of appeal. It's just something you'd rely on your cast. You and I just went to see the review. The guy who runs the review would be great as that older cop. You know what I mean? You would let them also have a lot of
leeway.
Exactly. It's that kind of improv setting as well. And I think there's something there. I think that's a huge tourism attraction. Not a lot of people know about it, and it's just a fun thing. And I love the name Friends of the Trail. To me, that's like the... What do you think?
Sorry. I think
You're
that...
kind of bored about it.
No, we're just getting to later at night now. I just think that we were going in the right directions with this episode. I'm not quite sure. That's why I think we'll talk more about this
Yeah.
where we are.
We'll spend some time. We'll be back tomorrow.
But I do think this is a good choice for
I agree.
like continuing on with and all that.
I agree. So, thanks to everyone for tuning in. Check us out tomorrow. We don't know when we're going to go live, but...
Probably around the same time.
Probably around the same time, but no way of knowing. But the only way to know for sure is give us a like or a follow, whatever it is. And then you'll get the notification. Until then, don't stop writing.